I am Dolly Ngonde on the anchor. The news starts in Yaoundé, where vendors at the Etudi market in the national political capital of Cameroon are decrying the poor state of roads leading to the market. They say when it rains, the roads become extremely muddy. It is the same case when it is dusty in the dry season. We get details with Fon Quinta, who compiled the following report.
The poor state of roads in most parts of Cameroon remains a cause for concern. We are at the Etudi market in Yaoundé 1 subdivision, central region of Cameroon. The roads leading to one of Yaoundé's most busy markets is deplorable. Here, potholes, puddle, and on very busy days, traffic is the order of the day. Vendors in this market say they are saved from airborne and other related diseases thanks to early rains. What is saving us from this road now is the first rain that fell, helping us to breathe well, considering the dust, and because the first rain has touched the ground, we now feel better and comfortable. As the muddy road makes accessibility near impossible, this other vendor is calling on officials to come to their aid. They have to fix the Etudi road because this road already has so much potholes and we were putting on rain boots. So that is why they are fixing the road. Business persons have further complained bitterly against the state of the road as they say business is slow as many prefer buying from other markets. Situated in Yaoundé 1 subdivision, where the Unity Palace is, many are calling on powers that be to give the road a facelift.
You're welcome back. We stay in Yaoundé this time around to talk about a peaceful march protest which has been staged by the president of the PCRN political party, Cabra Libi, to decry the frequent power cuts by the state electricity supplying company in Nsah across the country. Despite top administrative decisions to frustrate this move, we get in the following report by Catherine Kongwe that it was still successful, with the implication of investors to also see the need to invest in Cameroon. Get details right ahead.
Dressed in black t-shirts carrying the message "Enough is enough," the president of PCRN political party and member of parliament, Cabra Libi, has staged a march in Yaoundé, Cameroon's political capital. He is protesting against frequent power cuts by the electricity supply company in Nsah. Honorable Cabra Libi, alongside other Yaoundé city dwellers, marched Sunday, March 19, 2023, under tight security, calling on investors to make investments in a country where even the most basic commodity is regarded luxury.
C'est un élu de la nation, un député de la nation, qui a lancé un cri de désarroi et qui a appelé ses compatriotes à partager avec lui ce moment de cri de désarroi. Cela est totalement démocratique.
Proud to the March 19, 2023 manifestation, Cameroon's Water and Energy Minister Gaston Elondo Isomba had invited Cabra Libi for a meeting to discuss frequent power outages after information following Libi's planned protest "Enough is enough." In the same light, the divisional officer of Yaoundé 5 subdivision, Mambaya Isomba, have issued an administrative order few days before the action, banning the planned public protest by Honorable Cabra Libi, who despite this ban pushed through with his plans. Note that this protest comes shortly after Cameroonians raised worries about poor electricity supply in the country, as Yaoundé city dwellers and Cameroon at large have kept their fingers crossed, hoping that the march by Honorable Cabra Libi yields fruits.
Thank you very much, Catherine Kongwe, for that report. Now let's talk something else, though. On a sad fate, as Acero, a metal factory here in Bonaberi, Douala, has exploded into wild flames, leaving several persons burned, dozens of persons, and also enormous material loss. The victims, who were immediately rushed to the hospital, have also been visited by Littoral Governor Samuel Diodone Ivaha Diboa, as well as the Senior Divisional Officer for the Wuri, who also visited the site of the incident to evaluate the actual damage caused there. We shall be bringing you details of that story and many others during our 6:30 p.m. newscast. But let's talk something else, where many more victims of the flood incidents in Boya have continued crying out for help following the enormous losses they incurred due to the heavy downpour over the weekend in the southwest region there. Our reporter Emanuela C. went down the streets and also came back with this report saying that there was a general cleanup campaign to clear off the streets from debris that was deposited due to the runoffs. Get details in her report coming up.
Sorting out what they can, the pain can still be felt here from these former shop owners.
Water carried away all the goods, and this is a farming season. I've already stocked the place. I even carry some goods on credit that they brought on me on Friday that I have to sell and give money back. The water carried everything away. Presently, my wife is in the hospital, the regional hospital. So I am pleading for the government, individuals, company, energy, or anybody who can help.
I left her in the shop. I said, let me go to the market. I came back. I met everything had collapsed. Neighbors are the ones who removed her from inside the water. All the books gone, machines gone, broken. Just like that.
Council workers and other volunteers have taken to the streets for cleaning, while some shop owners are still clearing out the remains of their belongings, stating that the cause of the flood was as a result of blocked gutters and construction on waterways. The mayor of Boya says the waterway has to be open or more havoc is underway.
We are opening the waterway. Every house, every structure which is on the waterway will be brought down, unfortunately. But for the sake of the common good, we have to do that. This is just the beginning. We are doing this right down to Munya, and then we take the next waterway. So all waterways, all without exception, and without taking into consideration whatever quality of house or structure we find on the waterway.
Alvin used to have a small shade at one corner of the road, but now everything was wiped away by the heavy rains. Authorities have promised that help is coming. The cleaning exercise and house demolition, the mayor says, will continue till the waterway is cleared.
Meanwhile, the governor of the southwest region, Bernard Okala-Bilai, was on the field to also examine the damage caused while visiting patients in the various hospitals. And in his findings, he also mentioned that the key cause of the flooding or the damage on Saturday was due to poor construction of houses in the city of Boya, as well as poor drainage systems. But in this report, which has been done for us by Julian Dambi, other findings have proven that the active volcano from the Mount Cameroon, which periodically occurs and also vomits its lava over the summit surface area of the mountain, could be a key point to consider as per the cause of this runoff on Saturday. Let's get details of our report.
Cameroon has not been spared in the current wave of rapid and uncontrolled urban growth. Her settlement expansion presents a number of planning challenges, which has in fact led to disasters like landslides, flooding, just to name but these, as people build even in areas bad for settlement. While research efforts have been directed on urbanization and environmental problems, Cameroon's Vision 2035 has as a challenge the need for more sensitization on environmental protection and places for settlement. The case of Boya flooding on Saturday, March 18, 2023, has opened the eyes of many, especially the authorities, on the need to act now so as to prevent another disaster. Boya, located in the Fako division of the Southwest region, of Cameroon is at the foot of Mount Cameroon of approximately 4,100 meters above sea level. The mountain has numerous side vents that aid in sending out lavas and volcanic materials during different periods of volcanic eruptions. These materials, including heavy rocks, subsequently pile up in layers around the mountain slopes. When heavy rains fall like the Saturday, March 18 downpour in Boya, the rocks fragments become soaked and hold high quantity of water, and as the heavy rains continues, the soaked and heavy rock fragments run down the slope on high speed and is often very violent, as seen with the mass destruction including loss of lives the rains caused on Saturday in Boya. As such, Boya City's demography and settlement has met a compelling man-made hurdle. However, the population keeps increasing due to several reasons like displacement, recent development including hospitals and schools, despite the impossibility for the city to expand especially northward, that is beyond the Upper Farms prisons, for fear of the mountain's active volcano that periodically vomits its lava over the area as seen on Saturday, March 18, 2023. With the country still at the start of the rainy season, uncertainty looms for what more is to come in Boya as a result of the heavy rains, while the population is called upon to stay alert.
Julian Dambe reporting there. And if you're just joining us, you're still watching the 9:30 a.m. Prime Flash coming to you live from My Media Prime Television. In more news, some 77 member states of the International Francophonie Organization have observed the 2023 edition of La Francophonie Day. Now, the day, which aims at celebrating the French language, culture, and also other values, will be better told how it was celebrated by Nsah in the report which comes up.
Going down memory lane, the initiative to create La Francophonie as an international organization dates back as 1970 in Naïma, Niger, where the date of March 20 was chosen to celebrate the anniversary of the Agency for Cultural and Technical Cooperation. This agency marks the first step towards Francophone Cooperation, which will become the International Organization of La Francophonie a little later. International Francophonie Day is observed within the International Organization of La Francophonie's 77 member states every March 20 to celebrate the French language and French culture. However, created in 1988, the date celebrates the signing of the Naïma Convention in Niger on March 20, 1970. Just like the British colonies, the French established French colonies, which led to the cultural and lingual spread in the regions which they established the colonies. Nonetheless, the International La Francophonie Day celebrates not only the French language, its rich and diverse Francophone culture, but also the values of peace, democracy, and respect for human rights that unite all members of the said organization. Note that the 2023 International Francophonie Day and the 23rd edition of the French Language and Francophonie Week from March 17 to the 25th, like every year, provide an opportunity for French speakers around the world to celebrate the French language in all its diversity, with 1,500 events taking place during the week involving 70 countries. Note that in Cameroon, like all other member states of La Francophonie, the French Language and Francophonie Week highlights the role and use of the spoken word in society and essay competitions involving 500 book stories, dozens of associations, libraries, schools, universities, museums, theaters, among others.
You are welcome back. And now let's talk business, as some local entrepreneurs in Cameroon have been schooled on the importance of branding their goods and services. This was during a brand out seminar which took place here in Douala's Bona Priso, as Naivona went there witnessing the event. Coming back with this report.
So,
The entrepreneurial sector in Cameroon has been subject to several challenges ranging from poor branding, market strategy, cash flow management to government policies. It is within this backdrop that the concept of burnout has been introduced with raison d'être to create a community of local entrepreneurs in Cameroon to network and develop their business.
Brandout is just a networking event, a meetup for local entrepreneurs. So the whole idea is entrepreneurs in Cameroon, we face similar problems. So it's good that we come together, first of all, to show what we are able to do and inspire other people that, oh, we're able to do that. And they can be like, hey, I've been trying to do this. Who do you know that did this for you? And that's how we can network and create a community of people that help each other in developing their businesses.
During a two-day burnout seminar which held March 18 and 19, 2023 at Ankadi Art Gallery in Bonaprizo, Douala, discussions were centered around the importance of branding, be it in the world of music, fashion, media, and other sectors. The burnout seminar aimed to dish out guidelines for creating a brand.
Everybody wants to have a brand and make the brand stand out. We're not just doing some of our friends do, just open your store in the market and just sell without any brand. Now even the tailors, they're trying to brand themselves, you understand? Because now people are now understanding that when you brand yourself, you can differentiate yourself from other people because now the competition is high. So when you brand yourself, you can create that differentiation to show how your product is.
According to Burnout founder Nobet Foy, it hasn't been a smooth ride uniting entrepreneurs and promoting homemade brands, and to him, commitment to the vision will help the brand stand out.
The journey can never be smooth because now the real joy that we have is to be able to overcome these hardships that come in our way. Sometimes it's more difficult than you plan. But at the end of the day, if that's what you have chosen to do, you have to continue, you have to do it and see it to the end. You have to keep pushing because what are we going to do? If it's difficult for everybody, if it's difficult for you, it means that for every other person it's also difficult. So you just have to compete harder.
To some entrepreneurs in the country, burnout has indeed reshaped their perception of entrepreneurship and branding.
I would say it's a very important event for Cameroonians who are aspiring to local brands, as it gives insights on branding strategy and how you can start building an idea, branding that idea and making it go public. And I feel like it will help me more in networking with other local brands and see how opportunities where we can partner, opportunities where we can, collaborate in doing a lot of the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Cameroon.
At a time when entrepreneurship is becoming even more tasking, those venturing into the field are reminded of the importance to keep their eyes on the prize.
Focus on your work. Don't get distracted too much. If you want to do something, spend time doing it. You don't have to go out to go and drink. You don't have to be cool and party and hang out with people if they're not trying to go where you want to go. So just take the time to go and work on your dream and work hard. You know that is wake up early mornings. Don't give yourself excuses, because I always say that it's very easy to find an excuse. You can blame anybody for why you didn't wake up in the morning and go and shop and do what you wanted to do. It's difficult, but you go there and do it. There are people that are having harder life. They're under the sun pushing truck, selling sugar cane. So it's hard everywhere. So if you really believe in what you're doing, you have to put in the time, go in and work hard. Like wake up early, go to bed late for a while. You still have that youthful energy, because when you're old, you don't have this energy.
Be it graphic designs, footwears, clothing, bags, accessories, as well as other services, the place of branding in the success of one's business cannot be undermined in today's evolving world.
And it is on that note that we have come to the end of the first session of our news package for you this morning. I have been Dolly Ngonde for presentation, and this newscast was produced by Elvis, Modika. General coordination came from Faith Tata and supervision from Kum Leonard. I give you a rundown of our programs for the day. At exactly 10 a.m. the brief is coming up with Lasha Kingsley, and as well as In the House coming up at 11 a.m. to talk the wonders of our societies, and also get more information in the Pidgin language with your favorite master Talk at exactly 12:30 p.m. 1 p.m. prompt. A recap of the rebroadcast of Prime Hour will be coming up just for your viewership. Many more interesting programs will be yours if you choose to stay with us, dear viewers. But for now, have a blessed day.